Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to share with you a really fun project I made. I made like a little Easter basket, and then I made the Big Bow mini album from Scrap Diva Designs to put inside of it. And I wanted to give a shout out to two different people. So Marissa, who is the pink ape, she actually saw a tutorial, and I actually saw the tutorial as well from Melissa who is MJ Carroll, Carroll 3773 on Instagram. So Melissa had made a really cute little Easter basket, and she actually has a tutorial on her YouTube channel as well. So I plan on making that, but I just haven't done it yet. So thank you for the tutorial, Melissa. But Marissa, the pink ape, saw that, and she made the little basket following her tutorial to house Scrap Diva's little bow bag toppers that she had made. And I was so inspired by both of those ladies to create an Easter basket. And then, you know, to put my mini album in. So I had already made the mini album, and I just didn't know exactly what I was going to do, if I was just going to have that as a standalone or put it in something. And I decided when I saw Marissa's post, oh my gosh, I have to make an Easter basket. So I didn't follow the tutorial. This one's very different, but I do plan on going back and making one of those little baskets because they're so adorable. But anyway, real quick, I did use Gather by Maggie Holmes. This is quite an old collection. It came out right around the time I started doing like Happy Mail. And so I was able to get some of the collection, but I don't think I got like everything in the collection. And then at one point Tuesday morning started having some really old stuff come out, and so I was able to pick up a couple pieces. So I have actually several pieces of chipboard, and I have some paper, and then I have maybe couple of sticker packs, but not a lot. But anyway, I've been hoarding it because it's one of my absolute favorite collections. I've used very little of it, and but my goal this year is to just start making projects. So each project I'm trying to pull out one of those old collections and make something, and you know, just yeah, I mean, what's the point of having it if we aren't using it? I know we all feel like we need to hoard it, but that's just kind of my goal. So anyway, let's get started. The box was pretty basic. So if you know how to construct a box, I just did. I wanted it to be about 2 inches deep, so I made the box just kind of figured out how big this album was, and then added 2 inches on each side to get the kind of the height that I wanted on the box. I wanted, to cover up kind of the bottom part of the bows when it was sitting in there. So, and then I just added a nice strap. I think my strap's about 1 inch. I don't know if it's like about 1.5 inches or so, or maybe 1 3/4 inches. I can't remember. And then that was really simple. I just glued it to the inside of the box here. And then on this side, I actually added, Velcro. So I added just 2 little things of Velcro so that it would not only stay closed, but I wanted to be able to, so I didn't want that permanently attached because I didn't want my strap too long, and I wanted to be able to easily take out the album without messing it up. So that's kind of why I decided to do a handle like this. Normally I would just glue it down and make it stable, but just for the purposes of this project, I thought that was kind of fun. So that might be a little cute thing if you have something that you want to, put in an Easter basket that, is not a bunch of small items that you're pulling out, but something big. Like this would be really hard to try to get out. Just, close your handle with Velcro or magnets or something, and you can see I can pick it up. It's not like a heavy project, so it stays together. So anyway, super cute. And then I did sew all the panels on the box, and then the panel for the strap, I sewed that. And then I just layered some pieces of ephemera from the collection. So this is just really pretty like maple leaf, this beautiful like teal rose. I love this little bird from the collection. And then the flowers are the edge flowers from Scrap Diva Designs. So all the dies I used, and I'll point them out, are Scrap Diva Designs dies. So whenever I work with her collections, I'm trying to pull some of her older stuff and some of the newer stuff and just, use just those items. I don't know if I'll always do that, but yeah, for the purposes of this one, I did. So, okay, so I'm going to take the album out for a second, just to give you a quick look at the basket just kind of on its own. But isn't that so stinking adorable? So this would be really, really cute to create, to recreate, and put a little bit of shred in there and just add some candies and, you know, some other fun little goodies if you're looking for a little sweet gift to give somebody. But yeah, I love just the soft, soft colors in this collection. So, so cute. And then look at those flowers close up. So those are the edge flowers. So, so in love with this collection. And then real quick, I'm going to run you through the dies I use before I get into the album. Just so, you know, you have, an idea. So this is the mini album, the Big Bow mini album. And I used the pieces for the album. I used the larger words, so they spell out bow, love, and girly. I did use those. So this is kind of like an embellishment album. And then those are the back pieces that create the bow. So it really gives it a nice layered effect. So that, I did use, I think it's this one here, to do the, show you to do this part here. So I didn't want to punch a hole directly in my pages, which I certainly could have, but I remembered I had this and I went ahead and used that. So this guy is called the mini album tabs, and I think it's just a good basic thing. It does give you several tabs, and I like it because you can do like a 2-tab, you can do a single. So what I did was when I cut it out, I actually, I used this one right here actually. But anyway, what I did was I cut it out and then I cut it down the center and then I backed it on both sides. So I glued it to my page and then glued it to the back so it looked finished. But then you also could do like bind something in 3s. So I really like that versatility. And then it has the little hole reinforcers, which I did use those as well. And then here's the edge flowers. So I've been creating with those. It's like a perfect flower. It makes the perfect flower. I used the present die set. And what I did with this one is I used this tail piece here and then this piece here. So I did 2 bows that are in the embellishment book or mini album. And then I needed another little bow and I used this little tiny bow here, and this is from the bathing suit mini album. So I plan on making this later, but I wanted another little bow and I used that little guy. And then I did use the ladybug shaker. So this one's so cute. And I didn't make it into a shaker. I just made it into an embellishment, but it makes the cutest embellishment, you guys. So I can't wait to show you that. Okay, so that's everything I used, and now let's get to the main event. So this is the mini album, super cute. Oh gosh, I hate when you have the little glue gun strings. Okay, so I used a ring to fasten this. This is probably a little bit bigger than I would normally use, but that's what I had. And then I didn't want to do a traditional like beaded charm. So I had this really cute gold tassel, and I had these little like flat back bows, and I just glued it back to back on the tassel. I think that was super cute. I had these little tassels, and I just actually cut off the loop part and glued it directly to this really cute bead, and then added a just a little piece of baker's twine and hot glued it kind of in the center. And then this one I hot glued some baker's twine to this little pom-pom, and then finished it off with another bow flat back and just glued it together on either side. So just a fun little way to make like something dangling off of your album. So I always like to have something kind of dangling off, but isn't that cute? Like I think that came out really good. And then here is the album. So the really cool thing about the Big Bow mini album is there's so many layering pieces. So you have your base piece, which is this pink cardstock I used. Then you have another kind of like a base piece. It's like a layering piece. So that's this one here. And then you have another layering piece which cuts out. So if you can see, this one doesn't cut out this top part of the bow. But then this layering piece does. and it cuts out that little window, and then but it's this whole piece here. And then you have just the top part of the bow, which also cuts out that part there. So it's really fun, especially like on the cover, to not glue those flat, but you know, kind of curl them up with your bone folder. Super, super fun. I added a really cute piece of chipboard from the Gather collection. This is a sticker from the Gather. There's like a whole word-fetty set of stickers that I added, and then I added those super cute edge flowers. So these are the ones I made actually using the Bloom collection. I forgot. So all the paper is Gather, but the flowers I used Bloom, and then I did some solid ones that added some like really cute pink glitter cardstock. So so yeah, came out really, really cute. I just wanted to keep the cover like pretty simple, and I did add one of those really cool leaves from the collection, from the ephemera pack. And then here's the whole reinforcer, and then that little tab that I made using the mini album tabs. So, and you can see how I finished it on both sides. So I just, like I said, I cut that two, the one that was 2, I cut it in half and then just put one on each side, and I glued it under my panel so it wouldn't, you know, you wouldn't see it. So, I mean, it just gives a really nice finished look. And then for the back of the pages, I just glued the single layering piece. I didn't want to add, this was getting very chunky, so I didn't want to add embellishments on each side, and I think it came out you know, really good doing that. Like, you don't always have to fill every page, but okay, so here's the second page. Love, love, love this. So for all the rest of the pages in the album, I just did the single layering piece, but on the front part of the page, I popped the whole thing up on foam, so to give it a little dimension. I don't know if you can see that, but it's popped up. And then on the back, I just glued it like directly down. So just to kind of differentiate that. So these are the big words from the Big Bow mini album. I popped those up on foam. So I get my foam from Alina Craft, and then I did that pink glitter paper as my little shadow part of my word. And then I had this really pretty glitter foam that I did you know, the actual word part out of. But I really love how those turned out. I love the kind of gold glitter. I love, again, the flowers, just really just, they're the perfect size to just kind of add here and there in your projects. This is some ephemera from the collection. That's a sticker from the, I think it's the chipboard stickers, and then these are from the actual chipboard. So I noticed Crate Paper on the newest collection are doing these in foam. And Crate Paper, if you're watching, I hope you change back, because I don't know, I feel like for scrapbooking, the foam probably works well. I'm not really a scrapbooker, but for Happy Mail stuff, we really like the chipboard, and I don't know if I shouldn't speak for everybody, but I feel like a lot of us do. It's different than foam. I don't like that it has the sticky back. Like what I do with my chipboard, I peel off that sticky back so that I can just hot glue it directly to the package. And I think that's why they changed over to the foam, is these weren't sticking well, but most of us are peeling that off anyway, and we'd like to sew on these and just kind of do different things. So the foam isn't going to allow us to do that. So anyway, just a little note there. If anybody else feels the same, I'd love to know. But yeah, I think that's going to be a real problem for their chipboard. So anyway, love, love, love how that turned out. And then this is that bow I use from the present die, but isn't that cute? It makes the real, I mean, honestly, the cutest bow. And then these are my rosettes from, hopefully I remembered this correctly, it's Creating for Fun. So I bought a bunch of rosettes from her. I've been trying to use those lately, but I did 2 of the bows. I couldn't get a third one on here, but I did add that little one from that swimsuit mini album. And these are everything, all my little embellishments that I've put in here are positioned with a repositionable glue dot, so it the recipient can pull this off and it won't tear the actual album, and then they could reuse the album if they want to pull off the different pieces and use them, and then later they can use the album for photos or, you know, to gift to somebody. There's that ladybug shaker, and like I said, I did not make mine into a shaker, but I just wanted to show you guys like how cute this is as just a regular embellishment. So don't feel like you have to make this into a shaker. It's super, super cute. But yeah, there is a piece that allows you to make this into a shaker. But yeah, I kind of liked it like this. And what I did was for the wings, I used my bone folder and kind of curved it, and I kind of flattened it because it's been sitting on itself. But yeah, they were a little more curved, kind of poking, you know, sticking up like that, which is really cute. Gives it like some dimension. And then I popped this, the little head part up. So this is popped up on foam here in the center. And then I took 2 layers of foam to do like the little head part with the antennas, and then added one of those really sweet rosettes. So that's just how I did both of those guys. And then the whole entire thing, I actually layered on a piece of foam. So I'm really liking the added dimension that foam gives. And when you have a base piece, you can easily cut that out and then layer on top of it. So I like that look. Added another little flower from the edge flowers, and then just some pieces of ephemera. But this one, I think this is my favorite page in the album. I love this paper here. It's like kind of a dark blue, like the musical notes are printed in dark blue, but I love the white background with these really colorful ladybugs on it. So love, love, love that. And then my last page is just a whole bunch of those sweet edge flowers that I made. And yeah, I love these in pattern paper, but oh my gosh, in a solid paper, especially one with like a little bit of glitter, so cool. So this isn't traditional glitter paper. This is actually like a regular cardstock, kind of a textured with just a tiny bit of glitter. So it does, you can roll it with your little embossing tool and make it curve up or curve however you want it to curve. But I know sometimes glitter paper won't do that, but this is not real thick, or like, it's not like fully covered glitter paper, so it works really, really well. But yeah, and I just added some of those little centers. You can buy these little foam balls from Hobby Lobby, and at Christmas time I think I found white, silver, gold, and red, so I just bought a pack of each. They were like $2 a piece, and they're gonna last forever. But yeah, love, love, love that. And then I used another one of those little rosettes, and then I made a little crepe paper heart rosette. So I just made a regular rosette and then cut it out with a die. So that's how I did that, and then added the chipboard, excuse me, the deer, and this piece from the Gather collection, and then this is just a piece of ephemera from the collection. So yeah, that's it. I mean, it was just, like I said, really simple project. This collection, I think this collection, I love it so much because the paper just has my heart. Absolutely love it. And I absolutely love this die set. So I feel like this die set can be, I mean, you could do this birthday, Christmas. I mean, it's just going to be so fun to see what people are going to be creating the rest of this year with this die set. So if you guys get a chance to check out Scrap Diva Designs website, I'll put a link below, and if you do click on that, I do get a little small commission if you wind up purchasing something. And you can use Michelle 10, so it's capital M and then ICHELLE 10. That will give you 10% off. And if you create anything with your Scrap Diva dies, use the hashtag Scrap Diva Designs. That's where you can go for inspo. Her design team posts here, and hopefully the rest of you are, because it's just a really fun way to kind of collect ideas. So, and then there's Erica's Instagram is at scrapdiva.29, and her YouTube's at scrapdiva29. And then she also has an Instagram at Scrap Diva Designs. It might be at scrapdiva.designs. I forgot to grab my my little paper that says that. But anyway, yeah, so check Erica out as well. And yeah, I'd love to know what you guys think about the project. So please comment below, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.